Here we go. Yeah. God, yes, I'm so excited to be here. This is amazing, really. My friends have told me about how wonderful you are as an audience and how nice the room is. And I'm having the lights up because I want to see you, and I don't know if you want to see me, and I'm going to make you do a little work later on. Look, the first song is a ballad. What does that mean? In folk songs, a ballad means it's a story. It's not about how you feel about something or birds and flowers or anything like that. It's a story. And it doesn't have to be, in pop songs, anything slow is usually called a ballad in commercial expression, but forget about that. This is not a slow song. It's a fairly up-tempo song, but it's the story that carries the social message of the day, and the day is the 15th or 16th century Scotland. Those are the songs that came to America with the early settlers, and you know the story. Okay, so you've heard. That's enough lecture. It's called Lord Thomas and Fair Ellender. Oh Father, come riddle to me. Come riddle it all as one, and tell me whether to marry fair Ellen or bring the brown girl home. The brown girl, she has house and lands, fair Ellender she has none. And there I charge you with a blessing to bring the brown girl home. He got on his horse and he rode and he rode. He rode till he come to her home. And no one so ready as fair Ellen herself to rise and welcome him in. What news have you brought unto me, Lord Thomas? What news have you brought unto me? I've come to ask you to my wedding, a sorrowful wedding to be. Oh mother, should I go or stay? Fair child, do as you please. But I'm afraid if you go, you'll never return to see your dear mother anymore. She turned around all dressed in white, her sisters dressed in green. And every town that they rode through, they took her to be some queen. They rode till they come to Lord Thomas's gate. She pulled on the bell and it rang, and no one so ready as Lord Thomas himself to rise and bid her in. Then taking her by her lily white hand and leading her through the hall, saying 50 gay ladies are here today, but here is the flower of all. The brown girl, she was standing by with knife crowned king and sharp. Between the long ribs and the short, she pierced fair Ellender's heart. Lord Thomas, he was standing by, with knife ground keen and sharp. Between the long ribs and the short, he pierced his own bride's heart. Then placing the handle against the wall, the point against his breast, saying, "This is the ending of three true lovers, God send them all to rest." Oh Father, go dig my grave, go dig it wide and deep, and place fair Ellender in my arms, and the brown girl at my feet. See what I mean? It's misalliance. Don't ever marry for money. Marry for love. You can't go wrong. That's tangled up now.
I've got you.
Hopefully, these two things are going to be in tune with each other. That's a relief. This is more social content too. As you already learned, I'm not from this part of the country, or even this country originally, but I have lived here for 60 years. Cultural roots really stick, especially when you're grounded in the kind of songs that came from this country, but you know, for all intents and purposes, they're a different kind of genre because they didn't used to be played with guitars way back in the 16th century in Scotland or wherever they came from. So they changed, they changed a lot. And this is not traditional. This is one of my songs, and it's about migration. My grandfather was a migrant from Thessaloniki, which is in Greece. If he hadn't done that, well, I wouldn't be here, and he and his whole family would have been wiped out by the Nazis later on. So when, as we all know, there was a lot of heat began to arise, not for the first time, about migration, and it's one of the things that I think, this is my opinion, tipped the balance in the Brexit vote. Don't worry, there's something on that coming as well. I took the migrant side because I think I don't need to explain that to you because you know just as much as I do about it, and you have just as much feelings as I do. This is called the Migrant Song. fled our lands in time of war, time of famine, time of woe. Weary souls and ragged kids, on the road, no place to go. We came uplifted to your shores, overland, across the seas. Back then your doors were opened wide. Back then you called us refugees. We built your cities, roads and railways, worked your factories day and night, healed your sick, plowed your fields, taught your kids to read and write. Our tongues were different names also, left behind the world we knew. Settled down and raised our kids, who looked and sounded just like you. Now once again in time of terror, we walk and crawl, set sail and drown. Doors are closed and faces turned, and you call us migrants now. But still we try and still we're crying, still we die before our time. While your leaders blow and bluster, ain't it all an awful crime? See us now in all the papers, in the news and on your screens. Parents weeping, children drowning, dressed in t-shirts, shoes and jeans. You are blessed and we are broken. Ease our trouble, ease our pain. For the sake of human kindness, open up your doors again. We all, I'm sure, have noticed that over on the home I left across the water, there's been a recent election. The election took place on the first Tuesday of November, 24. And the elected, I don't know what to call that fellow, but person, I'm not sure about that either. Took office on the 20th of January. That was the day I started writing this song. As a title, which is in the song. I won't say what it is, but you'll recognize what the title of this song. It's not the first song, I found out, it's not the first song of this title. There are quite a few songs of this title, but this is the only one that I know of, which is in this particular blues style. It's no use to fight it, I heard somebody say. You ain't gonna like it, but they're coming your way. The people have spoken, someone's loaded the dice. Now it's looking like a gangster's paradise. Billionaires giving orders like they're generals in war, bleeding the country like never before. They don't count the cost, 'cause we're paying the price. Welcome to the gangster's paradise. They'll trump you down in the mud and rain till you think you can't take no more. Should've known what would happen when that fat man come rapping with his goons on the White House door. Families in trouble, ain't got no homes, thrown out in the gutter, nowhere to go. Who's gonna ease the hunger and strife of my people in the gangster's paradise? Out with the rules, in with the fools. The picture is plain to see. The rich get fatter, the poor don't matter, and the crooks get off scot-free. Some people ain't, well, they're blind to the blizzard of lies, but you can't hide the truth in a cutthroat's disguise. Oh, can't you hear the ring of that Liberty Bell singing, keep your eyes on the prize. Come on, clean out that gangster paradise. Oh, yes. This is about where we've been and where we're, hopefully maybe where we're gonna go next. Oh, give me back the good old days when Britannia ruled the waves and built a mighty empire of colonies and slaves. We were stuck in Europe, but now we can be free, back in Little Britain, the way it used to be. I believed in Little Britain, the way it used to be. Fish and chips, wooden ships, folk all drinking tea. They all cried cheers, drank warm beer, and acted so polite. Life was so delightful, and people looked alike. I sang this song in France. They loved it. We all hate the euro, foie gras and ratatouille. We all hate cappuccino, frog's legs and chablis. They all smell like garlic, their grubs are bleeding farce. They can stuff their bleeding horse meat right up their bleeding arse. I believed in Little Britain the way it used to be. Cricket bats, bowler hats, folk all drinking tea. They all cried cheers, racked on beer, and acted so polite. Life was so delightful, and everyone was white. In days of old, when knights were bold and peasants knew their place, smeared with woad, but underneath were awfully pure of race. Those Romans, Vikings, Saxons who plundered, raped, and stayed, they were all so pleasant, not like immigrants today. I believed in Little Britain the way it used to be. Mother Goose, the hangman's noose, and folk all drinking tea. Up with ruling classes, down with Brussels bourgeoisie. I believed in Little Britain, so I voted OUT. I believed in Jolly Boris, good old Nigel was true Brit. But they fucked off like cowards and left us in the shit. All right. Then Boris went to Downing Street and the shit flew off the fan. But now the party's over, he's buggered off again. I believed in Little Britain, I thought I was true blue, till I found out the Brexiteers were bonkers through and through. Now just like loyal lemmings, they finally got their wish, 'cause sorry Little Britain had buggered off a cliff. When I was allowed to return to the US after 12 years of the FBI being after me for being against the Vietnam War, what do you suppose I did? I went around the country looking up my old friends that I hadn't seen or heard from. I didn't have cell phones then, and writing letters was all you could do, and people moved around, and of course you lose track of them. So I had to be a detective, and I looked up several people from my college days, and I shared flats with them, and we became best buddies, and we sang together. We went through the civil rights movement together and stuff like that. So I turned up at my friend's door, unannounced, and a little girl came to the door and said, I knew nothing about whether my friend Mike, what happened to him, but I found his address. That was the point. And this little girl said, well, is your dad Mike? She said, yes. Well, could you tell him Jack's here? She said, no, I can't. I said, well, why not? He said, well, he's he's out in the back meditating and he doesn't want to be disturbed. So I kind of very meekly said, look, just this one time, I think he'll want to kind of come to the door, just this one. Can you think he's going to just do that? The rest is the story of the song. It's called A Long Time Gone. Well, I've been a long time gone and a long time coming home, and I guess you ain't got no telephone. Let's see, I gotta find some way to look you up, old friend, and say I thought I'd just drop in today, see how you're getting on. My God, I don't believe it. I thought that you were dead. How did you find me? No need to explain. Break out the wine, the guitars too. We'll have a party, I tell you. Remember all the friends we knew, like old time once again. This here's Mike and Ann and Tabby. Did you know I got a family? Your woman's mighty pretty. Have you been together long? Kinda thought there might be one or two curly-headed kids like you. Let's see, what shall we do? How about a song? Might have known you'd be an exile friend. The politics you had back then, it's good to see we both came through the war. There's been a lot of changes here, but things have settled down, it's clear. And sometimes we still shed a tear for those who died out there. Well, I've been a lot of places, and now I have a little business, and all my employees, they're Vietnamese. The tax man bleeds us dry as dust. Inflation, well, it's getting worse, and Southeast Asia was a curse, and it still troubles me. I recall when we were young, campus life was so much fun. You printed leaflets and sang for civil rights. Like you, I hated bigotry, but you took yourself so damn seriously. Oh hell, we never could agree that it was worth the fight. Now the hour is getting on when you must soon be gone, and the Greyhound takes you out of here to see another friend. Still, life's been good to you and me, and there's so much more we have to see. And I wish you joy and liberty until we meet again. Okay, let's sing a song together, at least part way. Long time ago, I think I think it was about 1960. I'm giving stuff away here about how old I really am, aren't I? I learned a song which was written in about 1905 by a 15-year-old girl, a black girl, and living in the Deep South. Her name was Elizabeth Cotton. She wrote this song, and many, many, many years later, Elizabeth Cotton was a housekeeper in the house of Peggy Seeger and Mike Seeger's mother. And nobody knew until one day she was overheard in her own room playing one of the kids' guitars. And that suddenly it all came to pass. This song gone right round the world many, 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 many times. Sing it with me. Playing the tune. Like this. Freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. Please don't tell them what train I'm on, so they won't know which route I have gone. Good, a little better next time. When I die, just bury me deep, way down on old Chestnut Street, so's I can hear old number 9 as she goes rolling by. Freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. Please don't tell them what train I'm on, so they won't know which route I have gone. It's when I'm dead and in my grave, no more good times will I crave. Place a stone at my head and feet till my friends that I've gone to sleep. Freight train run so fast. Freight train run so fast. Please don't tell them what train I'm on, so they won't know which route I have gone. Once more now. Freight train run so fast. Freight train run so fast. Please don't tell them what train I'm on, so they won't know which route I've gone. David, where are you? I'm probably talking too much. I should have sung more songs. My children over there know know what that means. Right, Dave's going to join me for a song that comes from a fellow named Townes Van Zandt. My friend Mike, who I sang about a couple songs back, he was living in California, and this was back in the early 70s, and suddenly he heard Townes Van Zandt, and he heard one particular song of Van Zandt's. The song was Poncho and Lefty, and on the strength of that song, Mike and his family moved from California to Texas just to be able to meet Van Zandt. He wrote a lot of nice songs, and unfortunately drank himself to death in the 1990s. But the songs survive. This one is called Tecumseh Valley. That might not mean much, but if you know anything about early American history, Tecumseh was one of the Native American chiefs. Right, okay. The name she gave, Caroline, daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, it seemed to me. Sunshine walked beside her. She come from Spencer, across the hill. She said her pa had sent her, 'cause the cold was low, soon the snow turned skies to winter. She said she come to look for work. She said one didn't ask no favors. For $1 a day and a place to stay, she turned her hands to labor. Times was hard, jobs were few, all through Tecumseh Valley. But she asked around, and a job she found, tending bar at Gypsy Sally. She saved enough to get back home when spring replaced the winter. But her dreams were denied, her pa had died. Word come down from Spencer. So she took to walking the streets at night, with all the lust beside her, and as many a man returned again to lay himself beside her. Found her down beneath the stairs that led to Gypsy Sally's. In her hand when she died was a note that cried, farewell to Tecumseh Valley. Farewell to Tecumseh Valley. Do you want this to be the last one? Or
in my heart, I don't.
You don't?
but
Well,
let's see how it goes. What do you got?
what I've got. What do I've got this. This is. I had to bring a text here for this because, and I can barely see it. I have to admit, because this is a song that I wrote in 1976. It's been sung in a lot of places and in a lot of languages, funnily enough. A fellow named Christy Moore took it up and put it into his band. At the time it was called Moving Hearts. I was going to have you sing a couple more songs with me, but next time.
There will be a next time.
And the thing was this, it was written in the time of the troubles in Northern Ireland and the apartheid era of South Africa. And in 2017, I figured I needed to bring it up to date. So I rewrote it, not all of it, but the last couple of verses, and did it that way. And so there's an early album that I had with the original version on it, which is the one that Christy Moore learned. And then there was the one in 2017 that I put that on another more on an album in that year, and this is the one from 2025, which is really done yesterday. So you are the first people to hear this, if I can make it out. But here it is anyway. If they come in the morning. The law, apartheid, internment, conscription, injustice, and silence. The law that they made to keep you and me where they think we belong. They go hide behind steel, of bulletproof glass, machine guns and spies, and tell us who suffer their tear gas and torture. We're in the wrong. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show fear or for tears in the morning. No time for goodbye. No time to ask why. And the wail of the siren is the cry of the morning. The title of the song comes from a book originally written by James Baldwin. If they come for me in the morning, they will come for you in the afternoon. I forget which page it's on, but it's really worth reading the book. The trade union leaders, the rebels, the writers, the fighters, and all. Strikers who fought with the cops at their factory gates. The sons and the daughters of unnumbered heroes who paid with their lives. The poor folk whose color or class or belief was their only mistake. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show fear or for tears in the morning. No time for goodbyes, no time to ask why. And the wail of the siren is the cry of the morning. They suffered the torture, they rotted in cells, wrote letters, went crazy and died. Limits of pain they endured, but the loneliness got them instead. The courts gave them justice, as justice is given by well-mannered thugs. Sometimes they fought for the will to survive, and sometimes they wish they were dead. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show fear or tears in the morning. No time for goodbye, no time to ask why. And the wail of the siren is the cry of the morning. They took away Sacco, Vanzetti, Connolly and Pierce in their time. They came for Mandela, Bobby Sands and the Panthers and many more friends. Now they come after those who expose their crimes as Snowden has done. In places that never make headlines, the list never ends. And the boys in blue are only a few of the new kinds of cops on the beat. This is a part of the new version. The CID, NSA, Google, and Apple, spies and eyes in the skies do their job so well. Billionaires call the shots, the cops never stop, they just watch if you step out of line. They classify crimes, and in no time you find you've been tagged to be dragged to a cell. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show fear or for tears in the morning. No time for goodbyes, no time to ask why. And the wail of the siren is the cry of the morning. You call us illegal, unwanted, mass rapists, drug dealers, and more. We who pick all your crops, clean your homes, wash your kids, fight and die in your wars. You order your police and border enforcers to cage us, deport us, send us back where we once left in fear. To the place you call free, that you took from the natives you murdered before. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show fear or for tears in the morning. No time for goodbyes, no time to ask why. And the wail of the siren is the cry of the morning. So come all you people who give to your brothers and sisters the will to fight on. There's nothing to fear but the fear that you might not be able to overcome. The fish need the sea, just as you and your comrades do. And the death squads will never get them, 'cause they'll never get through to you. No time for love if they come in the morning. No time to show fear or for tears in the morning. No time for goodbyes, no time to ask why. And the wail of the siren that was great. And you were so just fantastic. What can I say? Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Warshall.